Hello Reaper users, Louis Sinivaldi here. I am showing you guys the FX configurator that I'm working on. I'm going to go pretty fast because I created another video and that took about 17 minutes, and I'll try to condense that. So basically the configurator mimics the controller. You have your encoders, you have your screens. We're adding two displays on the top of our controller and also some jacks for foot pedals that will have functions that could change pages or different things, whatever you want to do with them. So this will allow you to create zone files in a visual manner for Reaper, for effects, or just for controlling your DAW. So let's load up the FX parameter from a one of the effects that we have from DMG Audio. This is the compassion, so all the effects get the parameters of the effect get sent there. You would be able to grab these and move them into the areas that could be moved. That's not working right now because I haven't coded that, and I'm hiring a coder to help me do that. I've just created the basic functionality of this. So let's go through the screens here. You can select the screens. We're gonna, show you all the screens, and they all will behave very similarly to each other, and I'll show you what I mean by that. This is 6 and this is screen type 8. This is the row navigator. So basically I need to create one for the screens and one for the encoders. Reaper has a function where you use the pipe symbol and it populates all the 8 different ones with the same setting. So if you have this selected, then only the first ones could be edited and the rest ones would be the same. So let me click on a screen here. If I double click, this comes up and you'll see the screen. The items callouts are here, so you know which one you're affecting. And based on this, item 1 is item 1, item 2, item 2, and so on and so forth. This is what the items are called based on the widgets on the MST file. And then here you would be selecting what it's going to show. For example, the top one could be showing display, the name display. This one could show the parameter display name. And the fourth one, we would want to show the parameter value and so on. And this could be fixed text. Here the listed and populate here because the code hasn't told it to mimic whatever you loaded on the first screen, but it will be doing that, and then you can just drag an item into here. Same thing with the colors, you can just drag them into here and it would be dragging the showing the RGB values for that color. Obviously you can change it to whatever value you want. And up here, I think if that icon for the navigator is selected here, we can choose what navigator is being used for this zone. Okay, so here I'll just show you some of the other screens. They all behave the same way. And this is the more complicated one with the most items. So there you go. Then you also have the encoders, which if I double click on that, you get this segment. Let me explain the item 1 and item 2. So item 1 is the bottom indicator. Item 2 is the top indicator. The blue here is the RGB1 value. So you would drag the blue here to mimic what's on the screen here. The green is the RGB2 value, and that would be if you don't have RGB3 and RGB4, the green would be across all LED lights from LED light 3 all the way to LED light 17. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on and so forth. So item 2, which is LEDs from 3 to 17, there's different ways to control them. You can do increase, which means it will grow from left to right. You could do decrease, it would grow from right to left. You could do pan, which would be just a one LED light that either moves left or right depending on the values, whether positive to the right or negative to the left. Width, which would be one LED light in the center, in the top center, and it would grow either to the equally to the left and right depending on the value. Boost, it would be one LED light in the center that can grow either to the right or to the left depending on the value. And on off, which basically if you were to set on off and you enter a value of 1, that means it's going to be all on that same color, which is RGB2. Then if you were to, for example, use increase, and this is some sort of parameter from here, you might show volume or something, then you can also, besides the second RGB, you could also add 2 more colors. So if you wanted to mimic what's on screen here, you would make the bottom be blue, the RGB2 be green, RGB3, this should say 3 on it, RGB3 would be the orange, so you would just drag the orange here, and RGB4 would be the red. And then you would tell it what LED RGB3 starts. So here it would be LED, this is 12, so this would be 13, so you would put this as 13. And if you have start for RGB4, then it would show the red, and this would be LED 16, so you would select 16 here. So that shows you that. And then here is the rotary, so the left and right rotary. You can select what you're going to be controlling with the rotary. You can enter either drag from here some values, or you could also drag these values into here, depending what you're working on. And then I allowed you for modifiers for Shift, Control, Alt. And then this is the rotary push, which is item number 4, and it just works like a button. And I've added a couple extra ones to do custom things. Sometimes, I know on my zone, sometimes I want the push to do 2 or 3 actions at the same time. So this would be the first action for the push, and here I would select the rotary push, or maybe even perhaps drag this down here and do the same thing. So basically that's the way it's working right now. I haven't worked on these buttons at the bottom. I'll be doing that next, but just wanted to show you somewhat a demo of what this configurator is going to work like. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Have a great day.